Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wayfarers of the South Tigris. How's it going? Just want to spend a little time chatting with you, having a conversation about this new game that's up on Kickstarter. Something of interest, though, talking with you, is that I have probably my biggest video ever up. This is a new channel. I've been gaming for 50 years, but I'm finally, doing a channel about it and enjoying the heck out of this ride, meeting a lot of new people. I love it. Just love it. I love meeting you and talking, and I get a lot of comments, and I appreciate that. So feel free to make comments and say hi, and let's talk. Now, my kind of game, my biggest video I told you is I talked about the Marvel zombie shipping crisis, which leads into my next topic because I like big kind of games, right? I'm a Awaken Realms kind of guy, Nemesis. Great Wall is a great new game. I've done a video about that recently, a review. You can see up here, I liked Ankh. You can't see it, actually. Sleeping Gods, I just didn't play enough. Dune, Imperium is one of my favorite games. Blood Rage, Bloodborne, Champions of Midgard. So I like a lot, but I generally like the big ones with big miniatures. Like my newest big one that just came in, Bard Song, which is a big D&D role-playing kind of game. Actually, I also got Nemesis Lockdown finally. I've been waiting for a long time for that. And I got The Dark Tower. I got Foundations of Rome, which I really can't wait to play. Huge miniatures, laying out Rome. And I got Marvel United. And guess what's showing up from CMON this week? Massive Darkness 2, which I went all in. Got it all. So that's the kind of game I like. So the kind of little, I don't know, we call them kind of a worker placement Euro-ish kind of game that Wayfarers is going to be, was not necessarily my wheelhouse. Now, a couple games that kind of changed that for me. Lords of Waterdeep, that was my entrance to it. And then I flipped over to Champions of Midgard, which is amazing. Love that game. Dune Imperium has been huge. I like the one, where you're playing Indiana Jones. That's a worker placement game as well, with a little card drafting. Why can I not remember that game? Everyone knows what it is. The big one opposite... It was the big one opposite Dune Imperium last year. I have just gotten into Ark Nova, and that is just not a normal game I'd like, and we love it. So I don't know, maybe my tastes are evolving. So I've heard about the West Kingdom trilogy, which you may have heard too, and I know some of you on my site, when I did my Viscounts review, and I'm going to show you Viscounts right here. Viscounts. So for me, Viscounts, and I originally put in my Amazon saved list Paladins of the West Kingdom years ago. Why? Paladins. Just sounds like Paladins. That's a game for me. I never bought it. I haven't yet. I will now. I finally kind of broke down and got one of these for Christmas last year, and it was Viscounts. I said, look, I got to get in on these. And I'll tell you another thing. When I saw this in the book game store, Game Night Games, I always call them out down in Salt Lake, I was disappointed. Look, it's just too small. I want a game that's big, right? That's Blood Rage. Give me a big box. And so I was like, this is dumb. And so I had all these prejudices going in, silly stuff, right? And then I got it, and Jenny is all like, you going to buy it? This was my Christmas present. I bought this for myself. And we did it, and we just been playing it more and more and more, and we just love it. So it turns out we kind of like these games. Who knew, right? And like I said, Ark Nova, which isn't like Viscounts, but it is in a way. Wow, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed how much I like Ark Nova. I mean, this game is good. I mean, there's a reason it's got the hype. It really is. So, Viscounts, I'm coming off of that, and then I hear about Wayfarers, right, of the South Tigris. So it sounds like he's going to do another trilogy, and the first one is Wayfarers, and this is the rule book that we're looking at right now. But the question for me then is, do I want to support it in Kickstarter, right? So I got to take a look at it. I want to look at all that, and I'm just going to have that discussion with you. We're just going to go over the whole thing. If this isn't like your type of game, I don't blame you. But if it is, or you are a war gamer like me, generally speaking, and you want to just have a discussion about a different type of game and see if maybe you could expand your horizons, come along with me as we go to the South Tigris. So it's got 4,500 backers. It's got 8 days to go. It's doing really well. Doesn't even have a video here. So they do things a little different here at Garfield Games with Shem Phillips, who's the lead designer. The other guy who designs every one of these with him is S.J. McDonald. But it does seem like Shem is out front. So it's a 1 to 4 player competitive game. It's me against you, buddy. And I play Viscounts with my wife, and it works really well at 2. We love it at 2. I don't know if this is going to be good at 2. It does have a solo mode, which I'm not as much interested in. I know a lot of people are. And there's some solo videos out there. So if you are a solo player, look into those. This is a deep game, and I love this. I'm going to read this. I can bring it over if you want. So you can see it. I got a little notes. Players must carefully manage their caravan of workers and equipment while reporting back regularly to journal their findings at the House of Wisdom. Points are gained by mapping the land, water, and sea. That's kind of cool to me. I like the idea of being in Baghdad back in that time and mapping the land and the star and the sea. That just sounds kind of cool. Now, most of these games, I don't think most of these games are. He does this cool thing, Shem and McDonald. They do it. They put their games in these settings, but I don't know. At least Viscounts, they're not very thematic. Like I don't feel like I'm a Viscount. I feel like I'm a little character getting points on a board, and I think they do that very well. But they also set it in a world. I don't think this is going to be any different. I don't feel like I'm actually going to be a Wayfarer, like a real immersive, like Nemesis. Like if you play Nemesis, you feel like you're a soldier on a ship and things have gone wrong and you're going to die. You feel the tension. I don't think this is going to feel that way. I just don't get that sense watching the videos and the gameplays. But it's going to be fun in another way, right? I mean, think about Ark Nova that I've been talking about so much lately. I guess I feel thematically, it's tied thematically to a zoo, but I don't get the rich thematic experience of being in a zoo. So there's 2 types of games, and I do like games cinematic like Nemesis that make you feel like you're on a ship. Like you're going, this is nerve-wracking. I just taught it to my friend Tom and his wife Crystal last weekend, and they were like, oh, this is so damn nerve-wracking. Exactly, right? I don't think you're going to feel nerve-wracking in Viscounts or Wayfarers. But that's not what you're coming to this game for. You're coming for the mechanics that just fold together really well. Okay, so why back now? Now, something about Garfield games that I like. This is kind of like I don't know, I'm going to almost call it a spiritual thing, but just their transparency, their accountability, they just don't mess with you. And everyone who's been following me along talking about the Marvel Zombies fiasco with the shipping, like these guys just don't do that. And I just think it's wonderful. And so there's a big part of me who wants to support them for that reason alone. Why back now? Let's read this with us. That's always a big question, right? And so they're not trying to lure you in, right? In fact, there's no stretch goals. Another section that they talk about is no stretch goals, right? I'll bring that over here. For the Kickstarter, we decided not to offer any stretch goals. Instead, all components will be upgraded from day one. Great linen finish, premium wood tokens, sticker boxes, solo mode. On top of that, we've heavily reduced the price of all add-on items. Boom. Boom. Let's just do it. I love it. I love it. Can you feel my enthusiasm? Please. Gosh, if you guys at Garfield Games or Shem actually watch this video, kudos to you, man. And I hope it continues to be successful. Now, the core of your success, Shem, if you allow me to talk to you, if you allow me to call you Shem, is going to be continually making good games, right? Like Viscounts won me over. So you got to keep making good games. That's all it is to it. Now, a lot of people love the trilogy. They love Paladins, which I'll play someday, right? And I'll play Architects. I can't wait to play them. And we'll see if I like the diversity of your games. A lot of people do, right? And so I think if you and McDonald just keep keep creating good games, I think you guys got something here. This is beautiful time to be following you. So there's some excitement you can feel. And one of the things is that, look, this is what you get for backing it. Get the Wayfarers promo, so you get a free promo pack of 9 carrots. You don't get that anywhere else. That's pretty cool, right? And you're going to receive the game before it becomes available in retail, and you buy from a trusted family with trusted family. Isn't that great that I said that word? It's actually a trusted company, but it feels like a family. That's a cool thing that I accidentally said that. With a proven track record for delivering projects on time. When are they going to deliver it? They say December 2022. His goal is to get this to you by Christmas. That's awesome. I would love to have this by Christmas. If you want this for Christmas on your other ways to get it, you know, it's not going to, Amazon, so to speak, will be delivering it after Christmas. And you know, you never know. The world's so topsy-turvy late now. This might be late. He promises at the end, if that delivery changes, he's done this many times, but if it changes, he will just be straight up and up front. No messing around. Now the bottom, I mean, another thing, like, is this game going to be for you? like I've watched the preview videos, I've read the rule book, which is beautiful, by the way, and they do great rule books, right? And there's going to be a lot of how-to videos. These are a popular series, so people are going to make how-to videos. You're going to learn it easy. It is a deep game. It's a little deep. There's a lot of icons. They do really well with their icons. They're not, crazy about that. And it's, it's got that familiar art and style that they use. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that guy's name, the artist, but it's got this good feel. My wife loves the feel. This is a meaty rule book. What are we at here? 24 pages. Look, this is a meaty game. It's a meaty game. You're going across and you're journaling. And once you get over here, the game ends and you're building your sky and you're building the sea to the right and the land. It's either, you can go play this game on Tabletop Simulator. In fact, we can go over here and go to the bottom, the key features of the game. These all look great. Little mix of worker placement, dice placement, tableau building. It's just what they do so well. These two guys just know how to make these kind of hodgepodgey Euro-typey games, right? One day they'll have a paladin come out with a sword and you can lay waste to your enemies. I don't know, but maybe they'll never do that. Lots of videos, lots of support here for this, okay? The cards look beautiful. The dice look beautiful. Everything's going to look good. Now, I have a tray, which is interesting because I have Viscounts here, and Viscounts does not have a tray. Viscounts just, or if it, maybe it did. Maybe I did the Tom Vassell route and threw it out. So, I don't know. One thing I like about their small games now is that thing is heavy and packed full. Like they just say, well, we're going to pack this game in. And so this one we know will be packed and well done. There's the free promo pack. Lots of overview videos. You can go see it. This is one of those games. I haven't played it. I haven't got Tabletop Simulator, but I'm just interested in giving it a try, right? I'm interested. We do the buy it, play it, or avoid it thing. This is a 100% play it for me. The question is, am I going to back it, right? Am I going to back it? Tons of playthrough videos. These two guys are great. They're fun to watch. Lots of them. These two are great too. There's just a lot of good things. Now, the reward levels. Now, let's talk about rewards because there's actually some good news here that maybe you didn't know about. Let's do that. Let's do a little thinking. That's when you get in trouble, right? There's your mechanism, set collection, tile placement, track. Is it all going to gel? I don't know. We'll have to see. But is it enough to get me super interested? Absolutely. Okay, there's only 2 pledge levels. There's some different language ones. Ignore these. I'm in America and I speak English. So I'm in the English level one. $42 for your Wayfarer pledge. That's just the box. And you get the free promo pack, right? And it's about $52 with shipping. Excuse me. The MSRP is going to be $60. Now, I went to their website and to Amazon. All their MSRPs for all these games right now are $60. I find that interesting. Viscounts came out a couple years ago, and it's still MSRP $60. So, while everyone else's prices are going through the roof, Garfield Games, they're still managing to keep the MSRP at $60. Isn't that pretty remarkable? It's going to get more remarkable in a second. The way they do this is they don't have a pledge manager. No pledge manager. None. Zippo. Isn't that great? So what do? You pay your shipping right now. This thing's coming out in December. We're in May 3rd, and we're going to just pay for the shipping right now. Meanwhile, CMON, guys, they're doing it right. I hope they're making money. And I hope Shem's got money coming in. And I hope he goes home and I don't know if he's got a partner and kids, whatever. I hope that all works. I hope they make enough money to survive and live well and live excellently, go on vacation, all that. I hope this is working for them. I hope it's working for Garfield Games. They seem like they keep putting out games, so it seems like it's working. This is the one part of this that really disappointed me. This is the only time they disappointed me. Shipping rates, and they do it in New Zealand dollars. Woo. You came over here on the pledge and you go 65 New Zealand, 45 USD. They give you it about 42. They tell you the numbers there. They understand that most of their people are not in New Zealand. What are you doing? Why aren't the shipping rates in there? So I had to add the things to the cart and go through it and figure out the prices, which I did for you. I did that for you. And so the $42, it's about $10 for the Wayfarer one. So you're going to pay $52 right now. You're going to put it in, and then 8 days from now, they're going to bang your card. Bam it. $52 is going to come off from Garfield Games. and then in December you're going to get a shipment. End of story. That's it. Now here's the thing. That's the Wayfarer pledge. Okay, that was just the main pledge. About the same time or a little after probably, that game's going to show up at Game Night Games down in Salt Lake City. It's going to show up on Miniature Market. It's going to show up all of these places. They'll discount it a little. Amazon will have it, and Amazon will have it for free shipping. But if it's MSRP 60, what will be that discount? I'll tell you where they are right now. Paladins is $60. That's the MSRP, down to $50 on the Garfield Games website. And it's $50 for each one, down to $43.68 on Amazon. Okay. Architects is $38.20, so that's the lowest one. And Viscounts is $47. So all three of these games right now can be gotten cheaper than you would via the Kickstarter. You can get them cheaper. Now, I don't know. This is an interesting story. How long Wayfarers, like when it first comes out, what will the discount level be? If it's 60, it might not be all the way down to 47. This is after 2 years where the prices are probably going to sketch down a little, right? So it's entirely possible that Wayfarer pledge at an MSRP of 60 will be about $50, $52 already. You might be absolutely breaking even here, okay? And then but you will never get that free promo pack by going to Amazon, right? So let's take a look at the Coinfarer pledge. The Coinfarer pledge is the exact same thing, plus you get 50 metal coins, right? Now I play Viscounts, and it was Tom Bassel who introduced me to the idea. He said, "Hey, dude, you got to play with metal coins." I'm a sucker for metal coins. And the coins in Viscounts I have are not metal, and they suck. They're just little pieces of cardboard. They don't suck. They work. They're fine. Oh, there's something to metal. We love it. So I'm leaning towards the Coinfarer pledge, right? Which I don't think will be available on Amazon. Like, they're not going to sell that on Amazon. What you're going to get is this Wayfarer pledge. So you get 50 metal coins, and that whole thing will be about $62 with shipping, $10 more. You get everything, and you're going to get it in December, hopefully for Christmas, kind of a little Christmas present. So what do you do by doing it early? You support them. It's got to help them to get that money in early, right? It helps them grease the wheels, pay the paychecks to the people. Where are they at right here? Let's go to the top. I think we're at the bottom. And yeah, risks and challenges. They've done this so many times. So look, I don't know where they're going to get in 8 days. Let's say they make $300,000 because they're not going to bling this up, right? They're not going to, add the all-in pledge at the end that everyone goes in. So it's probably, I don't know, let's say $300,000. Hopefully it's more for them. They're going to get $300,000 cash in a month from Kickstarter minus the 10% or whatever they charge them. And they can use that. They can use that to pay salaries, to get the artists paid, to pay themselves some things, to get the shipping and the manufacturing all online. That's pretty cool. That's going to help them. So I can help them. They're helping me because they're doing this so transparently and cool. And they're selling it cheaper here. They're selling the Wayfarer set for $42. That's about what you're going to get on Amazon later, right? And you got to remember, $60 MSRP. Let's bring up my calculator, folks. $60, right? They generally, I used to have a retail store. They would sell to the distributors. God, we usually, I think at 60%, right? So is this times 0.6 or times 0.4? I think it's times 0.4, right? Is that what I'm looking at? So they might sell that for 40%, 60%. Maybe they sell it for 50% would be $30. So I think it's the other way around, right? 0.6. So they probably make $36 a box selling it to, the ACD and all the distributors that are out there. I don't know if they have a retailer system where they sell directly to them, but it's probably at 60%. Maybe it's for, 65, 55. So they don't make much here. They're just not going to make much selling it to the retail zones, to the distributors. So they probably this probably breaks even. The reason they probably do this is to get you, right? Is to get you some money, get that, $300,000 early. Get it early. Helps them absorb the costs. You know what I mean? A lot of companies have to go to the bank to get the loans to do it. They probably use this as the bank, and they make it about the same. So you get to support them, and I love this word right there. There it is, support. And look, but is the game something you want? I think this company deserves your attention. That's my take. They deserve your support. They're doing it right. And the shipping's already in there. And look, if they sell 1,000 copies of this to Amazon or Miniature Market or whoever, right? Their shipping goes down because they're just taking them and boxing them up and sending them to the thing. But these aren't. These have to be sent to us. So $10, well, I don't know. If I sold this right now on eBay and I put it in a priority box, it's going to cost me more than $10. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to cost me more than $10 to get it to you. When I'm done with this, if I am, and I say I'm done, I put it on eBay. Oh, I don't know. So there you go. Unless I use some UPS or other rates, and sometimes there's some parcel post things. But I usually like to deal with priority because it's the best with my customers. So $10 to ship this, that's cheap. And they're not even charging for whatever it costs from the manufacturers the boat's over. The reason I'm spending so much time is this is such a beautiful contrast to what we're experiencing over at CMON. And I know they've got their own business things, and they do things really well. And I'm not crapping on them, but this is refreshing. And because it's refreshing, I just want to support it. I want to support good things in life. And it looks like it's going to be a game I'll enjoy. Okay? Looks like it. And these guys are doing it right. Now, I've never met them. Maybe someday I'll meet them at a convention or something, and they'll be cold, standoffish bastards. I don't know. But maybe they're warm, nice people who just good designers, and they have a company behind them that does the production for them. So I'm going to back this. I'm going to back it. I'm going to support these guys. Look, I'm not suggesting you do it, but I love I think I'm going to love the game. I'm just going to love the game. And it's going to be great for me and my wife. It's the kind of game that we can play a lot. We like Viscounts. Now, I may end up playing out Paladins and Raiders of the North Sea, and I may end Architects and go, man, Viscounts was a one-hit wonder for me. I may hate them. Who knows? But we'll see. I'm willing to support these guys. I've read the rule book. I've got the videos. I mean, this looks like my type of game. I have not tabletop simulated it, and I love what they're doing. So I'm a supporter. It's a yes for me, and I hope to get it by December. And I'm probably gonna get those coins, but or maybe I'll just do the Wayfarer one and just play with my little cardboard coins. But I'm not sure which way I'm going that way. But so what do you think? I love having these conversations with people about games. You know, what are your thoughts about how this game company does it? You may hate the games. I know some people say, no, they've given it a try. It just doesn't work. Good for you, giving it a try. A lot of games don't work for me. A lot of games do. This one did. There you go. But what do you think about the company and the shipping and how they handle it? I think that's worth having some discussions. I'd love to hear some comments down below about it. And if you like the game itself, I'd love to hear that as well. And even if you don't like the game. But hey, I love having these conversations with you. They're just enjoyable. I hope you enjoy having them too. I hope you feel the good energy and the good vibrations. I love games. I love talking with you. I love talking about games. Let's keep it up.